Hello. Today I'm going to talk to you about The Law of Inertia by Sophie Gonzales. Now, this is an e-arc. I received this 2 years ago. It is in 2018. It was published in 2018. But I read it this year, and I gotta say, it was like one of the best books. 5 stars, really. This book is about, it takes place in 3 perspectives. So we have Ash's perspective, who is the character that dies, basically. And it's already told you that he died, like in the first page. So it's not a spoiler. And the second character we have is James, who is Ash's friend. And he is trying to figure out or his boyfriend, and he's trying to find out what happened to Ash, and like if it was an accident, if it was on purpose, did he kill himself on purpose, or was it an accident, or really, what happened and stuff like that. Then we have another perspective, which is, forgot her name. Louise. Yeah, Louise. She got an older name, so she is. We follow her. We follow her on this journey to figure out, kind of, because she ends up talking to James, and she's the one that kind of is living with Elliot. Now, Elliot is Ash's brother. So we get those 3 perspectives in this story. This is really good, really well written book. It's got beautiful writing. So if you ever read not Simon, what was that other one? The Inexplainable Logic. I forget, what was it called? I don't know. But let me get it. I think it's on one of my reading notebooks. Actually, it is. Hold on. No. It is Aristotle and Dante's Discovered Secrets of the Universe. I don't know why I blanked on that title. But that one has really good writing, and it's kind of lyrical like that. So if you like, I don't know, maybe the Spanish writer, Portugal writer, and them is stuff. This is definitely a hard-hitting contemporary, so it deals with suicide, suicidal thoughts, cutting. It deals with anxiety. It has self awareness or self worth, when you put down yourself and you think you're not worth it and stuff. What else? They have drinking and drug use in there, so there's a little bit. They also have, I guess, foster parents, dealing with that thing is an issue as well, and a little bit of abuse. It's really interesting. The story is just super interesting. I wouldn't call it on Goodreads it said mystery, but I really wouldn't. The mystery is more from Louise's point of view. Louise's has the kind of what the mystery is, and to me, I think it is a mystery, but it's not it's more dealing with. I like Ash's story, Ash's James story more, instead of this mystery type of thing. It is a mystery, but it's not a really amazing mystery. The mystery for myself is maybe a 3. It's like a mediocre mystery type thing, but it is surprising. The twist I did not see coming. So yeah, I do recommend this book for everybody. It is super amazing. The writing is amazing. Characters are really genuine. They're not like fake or not. They're believable. They're believable and they have flaws, and it's just so amazing. Like they also make mistakes. Every character makes mistakes, and I love that so much. Um, and then also, it does deal with I don't know what I was gonna say, but it is a really good book, and I do think that you should read it. It's really important. I don't think it's one of those books that is a negative. Like a lot of people rate it a 5 star. I've rated it a 4 star. I love this book so much. It made me cry like 3 times. So yes. So now we're done with this non-spoiler section. If you have not read this book, please click away now. Now is your chance. We're gonna go into the spoilers. So this book definitely was amazing for me. And I'll say this 1,000 times, but I feel like I loved Ash so much. Ash is probably my favorite character in this book. He kind of goes through traumatic changes. Like he starts killing himself. He tries to commit suicide 3 times throughout the book, and then he like literally like decides to. He's having a conversation with his brother. He doesn't want to live. He doesn't. His brother like literally like saves him from the pond or whatever, and his brother like kind of they nurse him back to health or whatever, and then they say, you know what, and he mentions him cutting himself in front of his brother, and it's really interesting because you don't know what people or how people can affect you, and with depression, like people can affect you and people can really tell you something one thing and you get hurt by it or whatever, but you're not like communicating, they don't communicate, and this book really does a good job of persuading that. I really love the relationship between what's his name, Elliot, and Ash. They had a really compelling relationship. I love the relationship. They're like brothers, so they're like best friends. They hang out all the time, and it's great. I also love the relationship between Ash and what do you call it? What's his name? James. Ash and James are friends, and they're like best friends. They tell each other everything, and then one day they kiss, and it's just so magical. It's so magical. Like the when they kiss is kind of like a weird thing, going on. They're in high school, so obviously people are trying new things and trying to figure out who they are and stuff like that. I definitely recommend. So good. So they kiss. There's no sex in this book, which is good. I don't like sex in books. Like, I haven't read a book with a male-to-male romance with sex in it. Let's just say that. And I've read a couple of male-to-male romances. Because obviously I like those. I really like those dynamics. I don't know why. And the character with the characters, the both of those have such a strong personality. Like James is like the successful football player, popular guy at school, and Ash is kind of like the kind of depressed, emo type of person. But it's super. You can tell he's like when you are inside his head, you obviously know he's depressed. But it's just really interesting that some other people might not see that and stuff, that side of him, and he doesn't like let it out. He doesn't tell people what he thinks. And he lies about him. He throughout the story we get connected between James um and Ash, and then years later or a year later, he James decides to go find him, and he meets the girl Louise, obviously, and Louise is Elliot's best friend basically, but it's different because she's like, at first I thought they were like girlfriend and boyfriend, but there's no, as as you read later, like that's in the beginning. As you read later, they're really not. They're not. They're just friends. And he ends up you know having James, or James comes to his house and sees Elliot, who is dun 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 Ash. And it's so great because there's a part in this of the book that I thought was so good. They were like, "Oh, you gotta make sure that you change your name to Elliot and move here, and then nobody will know that you're here, and nobody will know that you died. You died back home. You're starting a new life because he's starting a new life. He's blossoming into his own person, and he's eating more, and he's doing that. And so it's so great when James finally finds him, and then he runs. But like you're learning this from James' point of view, and you're like, why the hell did he run from Elliot? So then a few more chapters is back in the past, and you learn that, well, Elliot is Ash. And that's when you learn, and I'm like, oh my God. You know, and it's also very traumatic because he felt like he had to do that. He had to change his name and everything. He had to lie about who he was because he didn't want to be that person anymore. And it's just really interesting. Also, that I love this book so much, and I also thought it was really interesting that he had other people to help him, like his friends, and you know, he had people. And then there was a part that made me cry. I cried like a baby at this book. There was a part with when it's after he kind of faked his death, and James decides to pass around this notebook because it's an assignment in the class that everybody's supposed to write something nice about person, and he puts his name on a paper that says Ash, and then he passes around the classroom, and everybody in the class signs, and write something and stuff like that. And when he gets back with Ash slash Elliot, he ends up like showing him that notebook, and it made me cry so hard. This book really does have trigger warnings. Obviously, I told you that. It is sad. There's a lot of really good writing in here, and the story is so good. Like it's such a good contemporary romance type of book, and it's really hard hitting because it has these heavy topics, and I really like that about this book that's really heavy. It's hard heavy. It actually does have, like, at the end of the book, it does have, if you have suicide thoughts, this is where to contact and stuff, which I think is good for people who have dealt with that and is reading that book. But I do also think that, like, the Law of Inertia is amazing. Like, I highlighted everything in this book. Oh, almost. It was like, oh, this is a good line. Highlight. Well, I actually don't own the book. It's actually in on my Kindle, but yeah. So I really love this, and thank you, Nick Alley, for sending me a free copy, for an honest review. I love this book so much. Like, oh my god. I am planning on checking out her other book that she has written. I definitely want to check out more from her, because I just love this book so much. So, if you like this review, please comment down below. Say I like your review. I don't know, whatever. Give me a thumbs up. Subscribe if you want to. I make videos every Tuesdays and Fridays, and I hope you have the great rest of the day. Bye bye.